That collapse is raising questions. This old condemned church in Fox Park in South City crumbled to the ground this weekend when its roof and walls finally gave way. But what can the city do about condemned properties? News 4's Kim St. Ange is live where the church once stood on Jefferson near I-44.
This church was built back in the year 1900, and that was really a time when St. Louis was booming. It's considered historic, so basically what that means is there are strict regulations from the city when it comes to repair work. Well, the pastor of this church says he simply couldn't keep up. It only took a few seconds to take down this 119-year-old church in the historic Fox Park neighborhood.
The first thing that I thought of was that could have been my building.
That's Peggy Ladd. We first introduced you to her in 2017.
You can see that that's just caving in.
She bought this dilapidated building next to her Benton Park home 5 years earlier with plans to fix it.
So I feel like I'm sitting next to a ticking time bomb.
She's now suing St. Louis City for refusing to let her tear down the building because it's historic.
You know, it's either going to hit the kid in the dumpster, throwing away his family's trash, or it's going to hit me.
The city's building commissioner says if it's privately owned, like Ladd's home in the church, it's not the city's responsibility. We wanted to ask city leaders if laws should be changed to prevent this from happening. We requested an interview with the mayor and others from the Board of Aldermen, also stopped by City Hall, but no luck. Ladd worries what happened here could happen to hers.
I feel his pain. I don't know what the answer is, but golly, you think when you have big things like that there would be some solution somewhere.
The city is spending over $4 million this year alone, and that is to tear down 700 buildings across the city. And those would be anything from abandoned, vacant, condemned like this church was, or potentially dangerous to the nearby area. Steve?
Kim, what's next for the land where that church sits?
So the owner, Steve, he actually surrendered this. He was actually mailing a letter today, he tells me, to the city saying he's going to hand that property over because he can't afford to even deal with the demolition of this. Well, the city tells me it gets to even decide if it wants to accept that property.
All right, Kim St. Ange live tonight in South City.